guys, Dylan here. Welcome back to another action figure review, and today we're reviewing the Marvel Legends 85th Anniversary Superior Spider-Man. I pre-ordered this guy on Hasbro Pulse, and I am so glad it has come here. And, yeah, I'm excited for this guy. But before we get into the action figure, there's some things we need to know, like, who is Superior Spider-Man? What is Superior Spider-Man? And why is Superior Spider-Man? We'll be answering all of these questions right here, right now, right this second. Who is Superior Spider-Man? Well, it's Dr. Octavius. Like, I'm being dead serious with you. So basically the story goes as follows. Dr. Octavius' body was dying out and he wanted to live. So, into tricking Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, they switched bodies. And as Peter Parker, aka Dr. Octavius, is using Peter's body and figuring out everything, Peter decides to use Dr. Octavius' body to try to get his body back, but in the process, Dr. Octavius, aka Peter Parker, and Dr. Octavius' body dies. But for some reason, Dr. Octavius, inside Peter's body, see, it's already confusing, decides to continue to be Spider-Man, but he's going to be a superior Spider-Man. And basically, he's just more rough, less sentimental, less jokes, and most importantly, he didn't really have a good heart. He was also ruining Peter's life by just being very unlikable. But in a weird way, this kind of worked out. I mean, he got his own freaking company, and he was actually doing a pretty good job as Spider-Man. Even though he was rough, there were some moments where he really was becoming his own hero. But of course, someone had to ruin it, which is the Green Goblin. And once he found out that Dr. Octavius was inside Peter's body, he pretty much just ripped that man to shreds. To the point where Octavius is like, man, oh god, I'm not ready. I can't do this. I just can't. So, here's another thing I probably should have told you. There are pieces of Peter's brain inside his body. Octavius is just controlling everything else. So he uses the machine to erase himself from Peter's body and let the little pieces of Peter grow inside his brain, giving Peter his body back. Like, do you understand how confusing this already has become? But basically, Peter Parker was back, and once he defeated Green Goblin, he found out he had his own company, but almost every single one of his friendships with the X-Men and the Avengers is severed. Hard. And, yeah, Spider-Man had a company for a while. But of course, it went straight down the tubes once Dr. Octavius came back, because somehow he downloaded his mind into a robot and used said robot to clone a body of Peter, and then take that clone of Peter and make that his new body. Then for some reason he had a brand new suit and was working with Hydra. From what I know, that plan just flopped, and then he decided to become his own Spider-Man again. So for the time being, we had Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man running around, and to be honest with you, he was still doing a good job. Octavius as Spider-Man wasn't bad. He was just rough, you know what I mean? He didn't have a nonsense tone. He also started giving people second chances. He was less ruthless. Like, he was actually becoming a real hero. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of proud of him. I mean, yeah, he took Peter's body, but inside Peter's body, he realized how much good it is to be a hero than a villain. That's why the ending of Superior Spider-Man pisses me off, because he decides to make a deal with Mephisto to transform his body back to the way he was so he can defeat a Dr. Octavius from another universe. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. And you wanna know what's sad? It took Peter a very long time to explain to the Avengers and the X-Men that it was Octavius all along. That is the story of Superior Spider-Man in a nutshell. Some people liked it, some people hate it. I personally loved it. To the toy review. The paint and sculpture of this action figure is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, amazing. I always loved the Superior Spider-Man's design because it was simply superior. But seriously, the black with the upper top being red, along with just the gauntlets that he has, and the design itself, it's just so freaking cool. I love it. It just screams edgy, and I love it so much. Like, seriously, it really is just black and red, but it's just the combination of those colors that I like a lot. I also like the spider head as well, because it's still continuing that look, which just looks so freaking cool, man. I just love it so much. It looks so good. So goddamn good. I am so glad I got this. I'm already have a bias, but it's amazing is what I'm trying to say. For accessories, it comes with 2 open hands, which are not technically open hands, they're more like open claw hands. But with those hands, he also comes with 2 web shooting hands, obviously, because every Spider-Man needs web shooters. Dodoy. And they look pretty nice, you know, still got the red inside, so it looks pretty cool, pretty clean. Pretty clean. And he actually also comes with an alternate head, which is just the Superior Spider-Man head, but with the white on the lenses. But I'm not going to really use that because I like the way he looks now. He also comes with an extra backpack piece, which at first just looks like an extra backpack piece. But if you take the figure and you actually just, you know, turn it around and take the backpack it already has on and take it off, because they're both the same thing, it's just that the other one has holes in it. And those holes, yeah, Superior Spider-Man had Iron Spider legs in his normal suit. And for anyone wondering, yes, I love these Iron Spider legs. Better than the ones they made for the original Iron Spider. I actually was going to make a video for the original Iron Spider because I did fix it, but I completely forgot to do that. But the point is, Superior Spider-Man has his own Iron Spider things, which I'm pretty sure is the reason why this thing was $37 instead of $25. But you know what? I'm actually okay with it because, as you can see, once me on camera decides to finally put everything in, it looks good. It looks good. It look good. Like, no, seriously, it actually looks really, really cool. So yeah, accessories on this guy is really well, and I have such a big bias because this is my first ever Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that this action figure is great, and it just looks so freaking cool. I love it. I love it so. It just looks good. Seriously. But of course, I couldn't be able to take any of those pictures without the articulation, and surprisingly, I didn't have to modify anything but the butterfly joints. Everything else on this guy is actually really good. Really nice and loose and doesn't feel like anything's gonna break. Nice and solid. It might be just my piece, but it doesn't really matter. Also, I don't know why people hate about the stomach folding all the way up. That doesn't really bother me that much, so I don't really care. But yeah, no, this thing it's good. The articulation is great. You can get him in the great poses, man. He's good. That's it. That's all I got to say. It's just good. It's just good. That's pretty much it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's lovely. It's just Superior Spider-Man, man. It's just Superior Spider-Man, man. I really hope Superior Spider-Man shows up in the next Across the Spider-Verse movie. I'm kind of wishing that he does, because he does show up in the comic books. And I kind of wish he shows up as the Spider-Man to be like, hey, Miguel is wrong. He's not focusing on this thing correctly. I have the real calculations right here. You know, I feel like that'd been cooler. But anyway, yeah, like, I really don't have anything else to say. The articulation on this guy is that solid. It really is. And now it's time for our rating. For painting and sculpting, I give this figure a star. Absolutely. It's 100% Superior Spider-Man. I have zero problems with the paint. It looks awesome. For accessories and articulation, it gets a star. You got the web shooting hands, you got the alternate head, the fist, not to mention the fact you also have the open hands, which are also count as claws, so you can claw at someone's face. I mean, not in real life, but like for stop motion reasons, if you want him to do that, you can. And he has the Iron Spider tentacles, which is just a cool add-on that they honestly didn't even have to add on. They could have just pulled a 2016 and just left him as is. But yeah, he gets a star. And for pricing, which is actually $37, I believe, $37, $35, I give it a star because you're paying for the iron legs. So, with that being said, this action figure gets 3 stars. I absolutely recommend this figure if you do not have a Superior Spider-Man in your collection, because this thing is absolutely worth it. I really hope you guys check this thing out. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you guys next time for whoever comes next. I don't know.